This is Eagle Al, and today I will go over day one of training camp. The young stars just shine. Jalen Hurts turned down the Netflix deal, and it's just a lot to go over. But let's get straight into it.
How we doing? Lamar too.
All right, my guy Quez Watkins, all hands. Devontae Smith with the is he in bounds type catch. You already know he always make them is he in bounds type catches. All right, my guy Darius Slay, and my computer's buffering. You already know year 11 Slay. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Oh, my computer's repeating. All right, again, same thing. Slay. Let's get it.
Get a chance to watch the quarterback documentary?
I have not. I actually turned it down last year. I didn't feel it was appropriate for the year, so I turned down the opportunity to be on it. That time will come. I know there's a lot of the journey to be told, and there's a lot yet to unfold that will be told one day, and that time will come.
It's not tough at all. I think if you have a complacent mindset, I think it would be tough, but that's not none of the guys on our team, none of the guys around me, especially not me. I want to continue to grow, continue to get better, regardless of whatever, like I said, whatever happened last year, it doesn't matter. I got to come out and prove it each and every year, got to earn respect all over again. So I'm not riding on that high, and, most importantly, like I said, we lost, so there's no high. I'm trying to, everybody know what the goal is around here, and we don't even got to speak on it, but we know we got to get prepared for the work and put in the work. So, all right, thanks, guys.
All right, so you've seen some of the highlights, some of the clips from the interviews and things like that. And let me explain the interviews. Jalen Hurts turning down that Netflix deal is huge. I believe it's huge because going into last year, I would say, he had a lot of targets on his back, per se. The Eagles media, shout out to ESP, shout out to the Jeff McClains of the world, shout out to Brandon Lee Galton of the world. Those guys. A lot of guys were on his back. A lot of people believe Jalen Hurts couldn't take the team far. The farthest he could take them is to the playoffs, and he actually made it to the Super Bowl. So he has so much other stuff to worry about. I'm happy he just let the Netflix thing go. But salute to the guys that did take it, like the Patrick Mahomes. He established. Not sure why Marcus Mariota and the other guys took it. Maybe they just wanted to tell their story like the Kirk Cousins of the world. But it's good to see that Jalen Hurts, his mission is still football. Yeah, he's getting his money, getting his endorsements and things like that. But I think the Netflix thing, following him through the whole year, his family and how he moves, it would have been too much of a distraction for him, especially going into that gear with a lot of pressure on his back. Because last year was somewhat of a make or break. If Jalen Hurts was bad last year, no telling who would be our quarterback today. No telling. So shout out to Jalen Hurts for handling business first. Handle the business first, then the money will come. Handle the business first, and then the money will come. And that's exactly what Jalen Hurts did. And Jalen Hurts, even in this interview, still got a lot to prove. They asked him about the offense. Like, how do you feel about keeping most of your guys? You're like, well, I really don't know because we haven't done anything yet. So, cool, but we haven't done anything. And also, I want to talk about what A.J. Brown said. A.J. Brown, and I think a lot of Eagles fans, media, things like that have this fear of a Super Bowl hangover. They basically asked A.J. Brown what you think about going into the year. And He said, you know what the goal is. We know what the goal is, but you want to take it day by day. You want to take it day by day. And, yeah, everybody know what the goal is now. It's no what if or this guy, what if this coach and what if this can. No, we know exactly what to do, especially with the same offense. So shout out to those two guys, our biggest stars, talking to the media. Jason Kelsey, I didn't get a clip of him, but he didn't want to talk about who were standouts, right? He did not want to talk about who was standing out, but he mentioned Jalen Carter. So I'm assuming the media got him to mention somebody. So, yeah, let's go over these cliff notes of the Nick Sirianni. I'm going to get, because I got so much notifications coming up. Let's go over these cliff notes with Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman had to say during the press conference. So Eagles are very healthy going into training camp. Love to hear that. Every player passed the condition test. We know we had a player here for about 2-3 years who just, it could have been mental or things like that, who just simply couldn't pass the condition test. And, he's over there in Minnesota now. But shout out to everybody that passed the condition test, which is everybody. Cam Jurgens, he get the first crack at right guard. Shout out to Cam Jurgens. Now it's his spot to lose. Is Tyler Steen gonna stand out that much to take his spot? We will see. But Cam Jurgens get the first crack. I believe they will start Tyler Steen a couple times, but so far it's Cam Jurgens' job to lose. My only thing with Cam Jurgens moving to guard is that if he's really, really good at it, what do? We gonna have to get another center. That'd be 3 centers in 3 years? Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens. Well, 3 centers in 4 years. That Cam Jurgens, Landon Dickerson, and that would be a new guy. I really want Tyler Steen to get that spot for selfish reasons, but if Cam Jurgens is ready now, gotta give it to him. The running backs will start off as a committee. So this day one went to Rashad Penny. Rashad Penny was the number 1 running back, and I heard he did really well. So it's just a rotation. Who will fit best with the first team? I believe they're trying to see. But as they said in the press conference, a lot of the running backs are going to be used. I don't think it's just going to be a bell cow back. Hell, Miles Sanders was here for years, and he was barely touching. How many times he carried the ball over 20 times? Like 3 times, 2 times. So we never used him as a bell cow back, and I think we're just going to go with that same approach with these running backs. There's not going to really be a bell cow. So Jalen Hurts protection conversation, same as always. Yep, and that's what the press conference was about. These are the cliff notes. Shout out to Jeff McClain. And we're going to go over some tweets. I decided to use actually ESP, the tweets to go over, because he was there. Let me actually make this just a little bigger for you guys. Okay. He was there, and we're going to go over some things that happened. All right, so you see here, I believe you can see here, Hassan Reddick did not practice. He had some groin soreness, so the Eagles are being extra careful. So get well, Hassan Reddick. We more than likely going to see you the next day of training camp. So, yeah, I believe this is just some extra. Let's be precautious. No, it's not that serious. It's day one. All right, so this is where it gets interesting. 11-on-11 red zones. Let's get it. You got Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox starting that defensive tackle. Not mad at that. Jordan Davis going into year 2. Fletcher Cox is a veteran, so can't get mad at that. Milton Williams, I really wish he was there, but I can't get mad at this lineup who's starting that defensive tackle. 2 stud guys. All right, so Jalen Hurts was sacked the first 2 plays. That lets you know the defensive line is not playing. And this is even without Hassan Reddick. Jalen Hurts is getting touch. So shout out to the defensive line. Rashad Penny, as I stated in the beginning, get the first carry. He get the first carry according to Elliott Shore-Parks. So they started off with Rashad Penny starting this first day of training camp, and he did really well. So shout out to Rashad Penny. Get that out the way. Dallas Goedert catches a TD from Jalen Hurts over the middle. I heard it was on 2 defenders. So Goddard, Jalen Hurts, we already know their connection is phenomenal. Nolan Smith get pressure on Marcus Mariota. So Nolan Smith had one of those days. That's why I say our young stars just shine. Young stars definitely shine. Our defensive line is fairly young. Nolan Smith getting pressure, really good. Reed Blankenship, really nice coverage on Kenneth Gainwell in the 707 pass breakup. I heard Reed Blankenship did start as well. Shout out to Reed. Tyree Jackson, a guy I'm slowly giving up on. I know a lot of people hate that, but I'm slowly because it's the injuries. But he got so much potential. But at some point, you got to cut bait. But I'm here. He's looking good. He's looking good. So, all right. This was interesting. Not Josh Jobe, but Greedy Williams is the backup outside cornerbacks. That cornerback, especially for the outside position behind Slay and Bradbury, is an interesting battle. His 1-2 watch is going to be very interesting, but this is who they started off with. Josh Jobe last year was pretty good, and Greedy Williams, we already know his potential is through the roof, but the injuries with him is what caused the Browns to basically give up on him. But shout out to Greedy, man. Trey Sermon, Elliott Shore-Parks, we usually don't agree on stuff. He had a good day. It's going to be tough to cut this, man. Trey Sermon is a dog. Boston Scott making moves. I just don't see 5 running backs, man. It's Boston Scott, Trey Sermon. That's who really battling for that RB position, especially if we keep 4. It's going to be between Boston Scott and Trey Sermon. Who gets the spot? Zinter, huge pickup. I said it on previous videos. 2 amazing punts in a row. I believe he beats out Sipos. I believe he do. Jordan Davis just got a really good push up the middle. Jordan Davis always been a dog. Always been a dog. Getting great push up the middle. That's good to hear. Bradbury, a guy who was snubbed out the top 100. A lot of people don't respect for some reason. You know, nice pass breakup on the Hurts and Goddard at the goal line. That's good. Nice pass breakup. So by me reading these tweets, it looked like the defense won today. So look, practice is over, just over an hour. Really sloppy play late from the backups with pre-snap penalties. Sirianni was not happy with the backups. Oh man. All right, really impressed today with Nolan Smith. His speed is insane for an edge rusher. Nolan Smith. Jalen Hurts stats for the day. You know, he like to keep training camp stats. He was 6 of 10, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Pretty good day. A lot of PBUs. Lots of good PBUs. So and QB runs. So that means the players made better plays, but the passes were on points, but the defense was just making plays. All right. Okay. Not mad at this. Good day for the defense. Bradbury, Blankenship with the nice pass breakups, good pressures from the D-line. Ellis will continue to shine with another interception. Wow. Say not a good day for Marcus Mariota. Don't want to hear that from your backup. Want your backup to be competent a bit. A few bad throws, a fumble, which rarely happens at training camp. Not many nice throws. Let's see what ESP got. Sidney Brown, ice duty, water ice duty. Jalen Hurts, we talked about that. Good day for Goddard. 4 targets, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. I think he's a bigger part of the red zone offense this year. I think so too. I think Jalen Hurts will have a lot more passing touchdowns. All right, Nick Sirianni said before practice he will use all the running backs on all three teams, first, second, and third, to get the rest in the show today. Rashad Penny got work at the first and second and third team offense on day one of camp. All right, defensive line won the day over the offensive line. Okay, so all Elliott Shore Parks had to say. Let's get this out the way. All right, probably one of my longer videos for sure. Day one of training camp was an interesting day, and we'll see, can the offense recover? But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel, man? This is just day one of training camp. Don't overreact. The offense usually start off slow. The defense is usually quicker to start. Day one, we're going to overreact to a lot. We definitely going to overreact to a lot, but no reason to. It's just day one. But this is Eagle Al. I'm a